I'll start. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to CueballTV stream action. We have the Victorian 8-ball singles titles. Joining me in commentary is a guy that just can't fire and couldn't even make the last 16, much like myself, Michael Scary.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks to Paull Victoria. Well done.
Oh, that's a bit rough there, Mick. But anyway, we have a couple of cracking matches up here in the last 8. Race to 4. Matty Curwood, Ballarat represent.
Dude with a ponytail that's from Geelong.
Daniel Thorp apparently has made a stateside recently. And forgive me for not knowing who their opponents are because they're not on screen. I didn't actually check the draw. So Temujin Dixon is playing Daniel Thorp.
Can you stop talking? Can you hear me, Dan? Sweet.
Matty Curwood is actually playing Paull Clack, so it's an all Ballarat affair there. And let me just say, Matty Curwood, I don't even think he's even been put much time into the game since he won the world title, but is actually playing very good pool at the moment. Apparently you just win world titles and it doesn't really matter what you do after you just win. Is that right, Scary? No, you didn't qualify.
I can't even see the screen. What's going on?
So that was actually not Matty's best shot. Tried to clip it thin and caught it the back rail.
You tried to play safe there.
I think he caught the back rail first there, mate. Just for people who are wondering if Scary doesn't make any sense today, he has had about 24 points after his devastating defeat on a table. To be fair, was probably the toughest in the room for the day.
I'll tell you what happened. I got seated, which was fine, and then you rock up on the, what's today? Sunday? And then you're on a table with like 7 other state players and Australian players, and they just run racks on you.
Which is a really good effort given there are only 5 on the table.
That's right, that's how stiff I was.
And I myself was on a tough table as well, but don't have the same excuses that Mick does.
Yeah, so I got like 3 visits to the table and it was all over. I was out by 11 o'clock. Went to the shopping centre and went to Kmart. That was about it.
And there's also the women's state titles going on at the moment as well. For those that do want some results, I know someone that's been very highly followed at the moment given the age of the young lady, and that's Isabella Di Giorgio. She actually got beaten by Katrina Defina 4-3. And standing right behind me as well, Rio Bolton got beaten. Oh, sorry, you changed your name back to McLaughlin now, have you? Sorry, my bad. Rhiannon, Rio, whatever you want to call her. She knows who she is. She's got a couple of kids on the way. So we'll lost 4-2 to Danny Julik. Lucky I got that surname right. And Colby Paull beats Gov 4-3. And I think Lyndall Element beat Teresa Whitten, who's just returned to Victoria, and that will cause a little bit of drama amongst the ranks because she can certainly play.
Is it race to 4?
Not sure if it's race to 4 or 5 yet, folks. We'll find out as the match gets closer. Don't take that best of as gospel as yet.
Well, I'll tell you what. If he knocks this black in, he wins the tournament.
This is a scary specialist black. I made comment on you.
I heard that too.
Apparently, I never commentated your match at all. Scary. It was always about Jake, but I made comment about you don't miss these shots.
I don't.
Actually, I think the black needs to be up about another foot for the shot that you never ever miss, but you play these shots well too. I actually will say he pots this.
I think Daniel will pot this.
Good snooker player. Makes 100 breaks. And in it goes. And Tem is wearing a very interesting shade of green there on whatever pool Tem he plays for on a place for the Sandown. I'll tell you what, those Sandown might need to consider their dress attire. That is a shocker, that shirt. Meanwhile, Matty's got himself into a spot of bother. Actually, no, he's on yellows. He's not looking too bad.
Matty on yellow?
I think he is. Maybe toying with the idea.
No, he's on red because he missed the red and hit it up the butt.
2 L's. side he is.
Nah, Paul's got 2 L's,
Dan's
mate.
getting the names spelling correct. Actually, that doesn't look right either. No, I don't think it is 2 L's. It looks ridiculous. It's like Brad Hill with 2 D's. What is up with that? It's like everyone's just trying to be original with names these days.
Like Mark with a C.
Exactly. Yeah, what's up with that?
It's just, I hate my name, so I just changed it from K to C.
Well, my real name is James, not Jamie.
Is it?
I don't
Your
really,
real name's James?
Yeah, but
Are
I
you
don't really.
kidding?
No, I'm not kidding. I don't really care what I get called either way.
You're now James.
It doesn't bother me.
You're now James Major.
James Major.
That's your name.
Yeah, okay.
James Major. JM.
Clacky face with a decision here.
No, it's James Major, mate. Don't change the subject.
Does he play the 3-ball train, or does he just play a safety? Is it risk attached to this 3-ball train? But I think he's taking it on. No, he's just playing a safety.
Maybe he miscued like he did back in the day.
Oh, you want to bring that up? Those that are wondering, 2007 Nationals, I think Clacky made his return back to the state team last year for the first time since 2007, where he chopped up hard against Mick Delahunty with 2 shots to cost us the Australian title.
We were all arms. We were all 2 shots.
And Scary made the comment that he watched the DVD and he rewound it 3 times to keep giving him a chance to get it right. He just kept getting it wrong every time. That was actually one of the funniest things you've ever said, by the way, Mick. Now, Matty obviously has a plan here. I don't know what it is, Mick. Do you? You're more creative than me. What's the deal here?
Does he have 2?
He has 1 shot.
Well, he's in trouble.
Okay. I don't believe there's any double on here. Middle pocket he's looking at.
It's doable, but he has to get out for the black as well. So I'm actually liking Clacky here. Clacky's $1.15.
$1.15. I would have put him on more like $1.08, but big shot coming up here. That's pretty close. Ooh. Big effort there from Matty, but you should see Clacky mop these 4 balls up and take a 1-0 start.
Yeah. Should we get confirmation that it's race to 4? Pretty sure it is. 9 Paull Vic.
We need a runner. Race, do our running. Find out what the race is, please, mate. I reckon it's race to 5. But
You think you can fill these up too?
I'd believe it's not changing the race. I suggested that they increase it by 1 each round, but
Race,
I don't believe
I think it's
they're
race
doing
to
that.
4, quarters, semis, and then the finals like race to 3.
I think there's a 1 framer you've got to play there in the semis.
Is there?
Yeah, then there's followed up by a coin toss in the final.
It is race to 4.
So I think you'll see this race to 4 continue throughout. And I must say, I don't like race to 4 when you've just come off race to 3s in a round robin situation. I think race to 4 is probably a little shallow.
For a day and a half.
Well, yeah, and also, I mean, you are playing for a state title. Believe it or not, there is quite a bit of prestige still attached to the Victorian state title. There is a lot of talent in this state. Some of it missing, but nonetheless, still worth winning. And that's why Scary's so upset, folks.
Well, in all fairness, I won it for the first time in 2006 and always wanted to win it one more time.
Well, I won it the first time, never. And look, mate, I just want a major, so let me just ease into it.
I saw
Let
that.
me just ease into the state title.
You
Give me a
closed
couple
that
of
out
years.
quite nicely.
Yeah, give me a couple of years and I'll just win. Meanwhile, is that Daniel Thorp again? It is. He's gone 2-0 up. I'll tell you what, Tem is fast becoming known as the quarters semis master because can't make a final. Keeps getting rolled by someone that doesn't miss.
Well, whoever wins this match is pretty much 1 match away from making the state team.
Yeah, cool.
So this is a very big match.
And this man on screen right now, I will say he makes the final. Made the call. That's a very good shot, unless he actually fouled. I thought that was, I thought it might have been open and he popped both, but as it turns out, he's filthy.
Yeah, Tem better make the state team through the singles because looks like he'll be having twins soon and no chance to rock up the state team selection.
No, apparently there will be. Rio's already booked him in. The flights are already booked. The flights for all 4 of them.
Where is it this year?
Canberra.
ACT.
So I can handle it, mate. Big chance here for Matty to even this score up. Just interested to see if this yellow that's near the black does pass bottom right. Definitely goes to the centre, and if it does, that would probably tell me it goes to bottom right as well.
I'd say bottom right.
And to be honest, I reckon I'd be playing it now. Well, that's worked out okay. We'll need some good posse on the black. There's a gap between the reds. He's going to need to land in for the centre if he chooses that. I'm not sure if it passes to the left centre, and definitely will through the gap to the right once he clears the yellow. And I reckon goes to the bottom right as well, but would want the white ball pretty much where it is right now, which I don't see happening.
So double kiss with the yellows and then play the black in the right centre.
Yeah, you just got to pick the gap.
Yeah.
There's your double kiss, Mick.
Good shot. Yeah.
Just needs to pick. This is actually not as, unless the camera makes it look harder, it looks like a fairly small gap you've got to land in.
There's a chalk mark above the yellow here. You want to sort of land on that.
Oh, that looks short. He's probably
That
fat
does
on
look
it,
short,
but
yeah.
it looks really short. Where's the camera? Oh, okay. They're miles away from us. But he's straight down on it, so it must be on. So, good shot. And it flies in.
That's it.
And Tamma's played a safety, which is not something you see very often. But he's in a tough spot yet again. I can't believe Daniel Thorp's going across the table on this. If he actually accidentally pots this, he's in trouble. But he's actually made sure he's overcut. It's a good shot. Tim's going to do the logical thing here. So I'm going to foul. But he's decided, no, there's plenty of reds to hit in the middle of the table. I'd rather just give one away. And I don't mind this because if he leaves the white there, Daniel could flick off this yellow and disrupt the balls on the left side cushion. So I think it would be a bad choice. And he's actually done that. I didn't even see him hit the ball, but I just don't like that shot because of this. And so now Daniel has an opportunity to run the rack again. Oh, Reese has decided to put the headphone on. Good angle there to just kick the yellow. I'll tell you why I don't like this. If you don't get this, unless he hasn't got the perfect angle to get this cannon right, which he didn't, but he's got a double kiss and landed on it. If he had hit it full, he would have been on no ball. This black is still sort of tricky. You've got to land in a specific area to take it to the centre. It doesn't go to the bottom right corner, although I would assume it doesn't between those two reds. I think he's going to pick the gap. I think he's just going to pick the gap, Reese, between those two reds that are in the centre of the table. I think he's just going to pick the gap and drop it in the middle. But I think he's played that last shot. He's accidentally dragged it heavy and got himself too close to the rail. But his angle looks like good off the bottom rail. Oh. I wonder if this goes to the corner. If this goes to the corner, he's been blessed. Yeah, the shot before was the killer. He dragged it in accidentally, got too close to the rail, whereas he had to screw off it a bit. Does go, says Dan Lynch, and his position will be almost automatic. Has not gone, and Tem will lay a snooker immediately, one would imagine. I mean, yes, the out is there. You can go for this, but why take the risk when you can tuck up real tight behind a ball near the rail and leave a really tough escape? I'm fine with that though, because then you can actually put the white ball wherever you want for your first fizz. You don't have to cue a ball off the bottom rail in the middle. Yeah, I do agree, but I'd rather force my opponent to use at least 1 to 2 rail, more than 1 rail to get out of this. This is not a 1 rail escape. I wouldn't be going for it either. In fact, I would be doing what you said. I'd probably be tucking up behind it. Problem with that though is he's going to be able to push one ball out, get position, and should clear. He's going to try and pick this gap between the reds. I reckon this will straighten up too much and he won't actually hit the yellow. He's caught the red. I tell you what, he hasn't left that bad a spot. The real key ball for Tem is the one that's closest to the black on the right-hand side. That's the real problem ball at the moment, and he can't get to it right now unless he comes to the side rail and promotes it. And I don't mind that shot either now that I look at it. Everything will be on. This is missable. But Tem says, I don't miss those. As he just taps it in. He has been watching me play clearly. He's going for tap-ins. That's a good shot. I'm actually wondering, I think his angle goes away to the left-hand side. He might top through this and try and get straight on another plant. Unless the angle is just deceiving me, as it always does on camera. You'd think I'd learn by now. Yeah, he was pretty straight, but I'm pretty sure the plant is the choice of shot here. That's scary. Being a wanker as always, we love it. And that's good enough. I think Tem will be happy with that. See, Scary, I would have actually done what you just did there, but I do not want to damage and crack Dan Lynch's lenses. I'm surprised you didn't. Good effort. Now, I was just going to say, Tem needs to pop the ball over the hole first, but he's going to do that. Oh, he's got too much angle. He may have to stun behind the black for the same pocket here. Or am I wrong again, Dan? Is it actually straight? I think he's going to stun behind it for the same pocket. Yeah, that's the right shot because you don't have to do anything. It's just a little, basically just cue it normal. Try and deep screw off it and playing into a thinner pocket. This is a massive pocket now. Should be fine.
That's Tem, is it? Yeah.
So 2-1, Tem gets an opportunity, makes no mistake. Meanwhile, Clacky has played that as good as you could play it. I'll tell you the only thing bad about that for Clacky, he's broken them apart, and now the Reds kick out.
Who's on Reds here?
I think Matty is.
I reckon his favourite. Does he have 2 now?
He has 2 now.
I'd be doubling this red.
If this red doubles, if it goes in, Matty just goes a massive favourite.
Yeah.
Because so the 2 reds will come out straight away after that.
Double the red, stun the white where the red is, and then you can knock both those reds out.
At the moment, Clacky's still favourite because there's 2 reasons for that. One, you need to make this double, and secondly, you need to kick those 2 reds out so they're both available. Does this go? There's no way. I think that just guaranteed loss of frame.
Yeah.
Where's the table? Oh, it's... I reckon that black's too deep, looking at the screen. Look how deep that black is. Donnie's just said, Jamie Stevens, you have no idea what you're talking about. Now, there may be valid, a valid comment. Scary, what do you think? Do you think that black can kick out? Can you think he can squeeze and double kiss out?
If he's played it like that, I'm pretty sure it will. After maybe 1 or 2 more nudges, I think it will.
I don't think there's any more nudging to do. If the black's touching the rail, it can only go towards the pocket.
No. I learned something on Tim Shelton 12, 13 years ago. In this situation, if you just keep tapping the red, you'll eventually replace the red with the black and switch them over.
Not if it's touching the rail. Not a chance. If that black is touching the cushion,
so
there is no way to stop it from going in deeper and deeper unless you punch this red and squeeze it out. But this is one of those situations where we can commentate this to the hill, where you really need to be at the table to see exactly how deep it is.
So if he's got 2 visits here, I'd waste one and play the red that's nearest to the black.
Mate, if this squeezes out, I don't waste one. I punch this straight away.
I wouldn't, just in case you potted the black. You don't know where you're at here, so just sort of play it soft and medium and get a little bit of movement, and then you can gauge your next shot from there. And then next time you're at the table with 2 visits, then you know where you're at. If you don't know where you're at, do not punch.
Well, if you don't know,
this could be fine. This could be fine. We don't know.
So. It has to. You will not. You can't pick the white ball up and put it in a better spot with your hand than more than slightly more to the right to get this
well,
punch.
You can.
Can.
No, slightly to the right, like you said.
Well, I think that's where the white needs to be. So Dan's got a close up. Now, yeah, I think you're right, Mick, because I can see a lot of pocket before the cut disappears.
Where's the table?
I reckon this will kick out. That close up has just confirmed it for me. Oh wow. No, he's hit it, but it hasn't really moved. And this is what Mick's suggestion was just to hit it again, soft to medium, see where you're at. Well, where you're at is exactly the same bloody spot. So how about punching it? So, and now he may not get another opportunity to punch this. What is Mick doing? I'll tell you what, if Clacky can pot this red along the bottom rail and get the white ball back up top left-hand side of the corner, which is exactly what he's trying to do.
I can tell you now, Matty's in trouble. That black is deep. That is deep like...
Okay, so Jay Stevens.
Sharon Stone deep.
Jay Stevens, 3 votes.
I don't like the shot that he played now, 4 shots ago.
Well, like I said to you, I felt it was deep when he pushed it in there, and this is why I would have played the double kick out straight away.
Yeah.
Pushing it in close when the black was that deep just didn't look like viable to me, but it may kick out. We're going to find out. We have no choice but to find out.
It might kick out.
It did. And I'll tell you what I don't like about Clacky's shot there. He actually left in the perfect angle, perfect spot there. But he was probably so focused on potting the red. Big shot.
Did you notice me walking around?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, it's good.
Big shot coming up here from
Stealth.
Matty. He just come over and said it was too deep.
Yeah, no, for it to pot.
Oh,
yeah.
I knew it was never potting.
It can kick out, but not pot. Now he just needs to hold it.
I don't know, folks. I said the blast out was on about 6 days ago, but big shot coming up here, and he's laying right behind us. Oh, it's good queuing.
You play the same pocket now?
Black?
Yeah.
Yes. You got to. You can't drop this in and hope it goes in. You've got to make sure you cut it thin enough. White ball comes across the table, black same pocket.
Tam looks good here to take a 2-all. That looks all right.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Daniel did there. He had a chance to. So he chopped up.
So you come under the black here, or you play with
no,
black?
No, just play with a touch of right hand side. Touch of right hand side. Look at that, bang.
Good shot.
Or load it up, whatever you like.
He's not bad at loading.
So Matty has... no, It's the same. Really. It just depends on how you cue it. Oh, yeah, dead weight, sure. So, Matty, 2-1 up on Clacky now. And that was a good frame. Good to watch. And it's actually not that often. I mean, we've just seen big guns and Anzac tournament, all that sort of stuff.
Rusty.
There was a lot of attacking pull in the majority of those matches, especially towards the business end. So it's good to see a little bit of a black over the pocket situation with some balls around it.
Do you think if Rusty ran in the mid-kill, he still would have won?
Well, you know, it's funny. Get that crap off the screen there, Dan.
Hey, we're here. I got more hair than you.
Well, Rusty did put up a comment, like a Facebook Live thing about, you know, what's a major tournament, what's not. And
He's talking crap.
Very vocal about the fact that the Anzac tournament wasn't a major and all the, you know, only the big money ones. Otherwise, you've got to call the Queensland ones a major. And you know what? There may be some merit to that.
There isn't.
It basically took away my major win.
No.
Which hurt. Which hurt. By the way, folks, I won a major, just so you know. But
That's a result.
one thing Rusty did say, one thing I do want to comment about Rusty, that he did win.
It is double L.
He did win the big guns, but he didn't run into anybody that beat him that tournament, before that tournament started. So he dodged Mick Hill, who was red hot favourite to win the tournament. Someone else had to beat him for it. He didn't play you, Mick, who beat him, and he didn't play Robbo, who beat him.
Well, I didn't want to say it.
He played everybody that didn't beat him. So Rusty, what's going on there?
Yeah. And if you want to win a real major, come to Victoria. Other than big guns.
So anyway, we'll expect a rebuttal from
Yes.
Rusty on his Facebook Live George Tinney rants.
Good old live stream.
But, you know, the old I'm going to retire to get attention post, and then suddenly the old I'm not going to retire because the Queen of England asked me not to rubbish. But yeah, we'll leave that for another day. But no, in all fairness, I thought Rusty played very well and deserved to win the tournament in the end.
I don't think he played well at all. I think he fell over one. It was definitely losing early, and then coming back through the 3 or 4 matches that he did to make the final was huge.
Well, it showed character because he was terrible. He was terrible throughout the
well, he did tell us
Friday
with his
night.
live stream post that morning with the horse racing and a few other live stream things that he did.
What's Paull?
Paull 312.
Tell you what,
I think he's gone like
Clacky's name is off chops at the moment.
he's gone like nigger mode.
He's gone. He's gone Bible mode.
Can I say that
Three-
actually? I know a lot of black people.
Is there Is there a Bible? Paull 312. Sorry to the Christians out there that I've probably blasphemised to death. As that probably wouldn't have helped either when Dan put a picture of us and I'm wearing a death metal long sleeve as well. Very good for the religious folk.
So can we get some updates on the other matches? Like what's going on?
We'll need our Reese. We'll need runner Reese to go get us some score updates.
What's the guy's name with the porno mustache?
Scott
Palmer. Scott Parker.
Scott Parker.
That's not Scott Parker, is it? Scott Palmer. Shane Feller, Mick Reardon. Close one.
Tell you what, Matty here with another opportunity. This red and top left-hand side of the table with the yellow stuck to it offers a challenge. Meanwhile, Daniel Thorp as well is laid up. And Tem will not like that.
Good value, state team. Very good value.
Well,
You were there last year? Were you?
Me?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I didn't play.
You didn't play? I can't remember.
Haven't played for a couple of years now, mate.
Are you going to come back?
Don't know. More to the point, am I actually good enough now to come back?
Oh, well, he's on a major, so he should be good enough. You know what? I'm like the happiest man on the planet that you won that.
I actually do appreciate your little Facebook post there.
I did like 4 of them before that as well, and you kept chopping up. So
you should have put them up as well.
That's a great shot.
Excellent shot.
Oh, I've got them still. I'm like, oh, he's about to win his major, and then he stuffs up. I'm like, oh my god, I got to delete this and start again.
Did you see my kick though, Mick?
No, I don't know whether it was a kick. I think it was just a choke.
Wow.
Well, yeah,
That's
I'm
rough.
just telling you how it is.
That was a massive kick, dude. But for the
yeah.
people who were there, they would have seen it. But
well, you should have landed on it better than that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You're a hard taskmaster, but a fair one. And that's a very good shot there from Matty as well. And he is looking to take a 3-1 lead.
He's going 3-1. He's going 3-1. He doesn't go 3-1.
And he is making my call of Clacky making the final look a little average at the moment.
You know what I like in this situation? I like the semi-finals match. I like when both players are playing to get a spot in the Victorian title.
The pressure's a bit higher.
Yeah. And it's always good to see someone that hasn't made it before make their first state team.
Is that like is that the same as like someone trying to win their first major?
Pretty much, yeah.
Just choke flat out.
Yeah. But it's good. Like, it's what you play for.
I agree with you completely. And he has missed that black. He chose to.
I think it's still 50-50 here.
He chose to commit rather than roll it and give the pocket every chance. Can't blame him.
I think here, Clacky has to play the bottom 3 yellows and come up for the last 2 yellows. If he plays the 2 top yellows first and then plays
I'll tell you what, Mick, do you like this angle in the middle though, after the first shot to land on the ball on the rail?
But your shot after the one on the rail coming down for the bottom 3 isn't going to be good.
Well, it depends. You don't want to land right hard up on the bottom rail. You just want to land with... This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect.
I don't like this.
You don't like it?
No.
I like it.
Even if you pop this and then say, okay, I put the white on the brown spot or whatever, it's still no good.
I think you... whoa, wait, how'd that go?
This is still no good.
This is fine.
This is still no
This
good.
is totally fine. I think you're Paull enhancing the hell out of this, whether you don't like it.
Paull enhancing.
He will screw back, centre table. Look at this. Do you still not like it?
Well, he's played that quite well.
Oh, okay.
I'm not bagging your dad. I'm just like,
and this is
trying to teach him here.
This is something that you will find about Paull Clack is a power potter.
Except when you're in breakers.
Except for when you're at the 2007 Nationals against Mick Delhoney to win the Australian title and you miscue.
And we're all arm in arms, like about to win our...
Toby Clack has just given me the eye of death. Nicky's probably sitting at home ripping my face off the monitor screen right now. Clacky, after a miss black from Matty, although it'll be easy, will take a 2-all. Geez, that got hit thick, didn't it? Meanwhile, other table, 2-all.
Tim's not
walking around like he's in a fashion parade. Just walking around like he's in a fashion parade, and don't blame him with that green T-shirt on. And he's obviously on a fitness challenge at the moment because has walked about 3K just this visit.
He's leaving the one over the centre to last, so you have to.
Well, yeah, but I'm just wondering why maybe he's just had a bit of a negative thought he'd just check himself, and he's missed.
Wow, are you kidding?
I think he's, you know what? I think he's played the shot to nothing and emphasised more on the shot to nothing.
Wow, that is sick. Surely.
Rio, what happened there? Tell us.
He didn't put out last night, did you? That's what happened.
Rio's called kick. I don't
this
know
morning?
I don't reckon he got a kick.
Nah. Thorpe knocked this in.
He's actually he's actually overswerved it.
Yeah.
Tem will go 3-2 up in about 25 seconds.
I'm calling Tem's knocking these in.
Oh, huge call, mate. You really put yourself out there on that
Thanks.
one.
When I can see it, I can see it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. You know what? He should deep screw this off 3 rails, land fat on the yellow again for show. But no, he just decides to just drop it in. Fair enough. What about this one? Do you just screw off it a little bit, Mick, or do you screw back off 3 rails with maximum right inside?
I roll it in.
I would have liked to see something a bit more fun than that, but I do understand why he's just rolled it once again. So 3-2 after a interesting shot from Tem, or with the shot to nothing safety. Now, has a quick post-mortem to Daniel and says, well, this is what I was trying to do, mate. And Daniel says, shut up. I swerved to pop the ball and got unlucky and went in off.
I'll roundhouse you to the head.
Daniel's having a laugh about it. And very easy-going bloke too, Daniel Thorp, if you haven't met him.
One of the best blokes to go away with as well.
Yeah, good team man.
So good.
Nearly as good as me.
Nearly.
But that's a very... I can do that too.
Red or white? That's easy.
Matty plays for a double here on the yellow. Geez, this looks... Actually, that looks okay.
Try to cut
Oh, he's
this
played
in.
the snooker.
No.
You know, I've got to ask the question.
You know, Daniel's annoyed about that, but in all fairness, I guarantee you that 9 times out of 10 you'll get back to the table in a better position here. I promise you. I don't care who it is at the table. 9 times out of 10 you'll get back to the table. You watch.
So what you've just said to me then...
That's what I've done the last 3 years.
So you've deliberately gone in off and let your opponent...
No, I'm not annoyed if I go in off, because more than likely you get back at the table in a better position than you were originally.
I understand what you're saying, but no one wants to go in off. No one.
I know that. That's fine. But if you're going off, don't whinge about it. Just pull it out, give the ball to your opponent, and go for it.
It was a
Watch.
shot from Clacky. What a shot.
In about 2 minutes, you'll see why.
What if he goes out and wins the match?
If he goes out, well, I'm going to take a 5-minute break.
Oh, he's overscrewed.
What was that,
No,
Rio?
he's okay. He's
What was
okay.
that, Rio?
He's on it.
No, I don't think he's on anything.
I think he's on the ball in the middle. Oh, he's got to be on that ball in the middle. But the problem is the white ball might be going up towards that yellow, the top left-hand corner of the table.
It's all right.
And I reckon this red does pass the bottom right. Oh, he's screwing off it.
Swerving. He's screwing.
No, he's just screwing off it and hold the white. Now Trouble Town starts.
So what did I say, like 15 seconds ago? 20 seconds ago? That's all good. You can tell me I'm right.
No,
I'm right.
I understand your logic behind it, Mick, but I can guarantee you now, there's probably if there's a bunch of Poms logged on right now and they play on their tables,
Tell them to come down here and play us.
they'd say you're an idiot.
Yeah, whatever.
Mick Hill would say you're an idiot.
No, you can get on board.
I think when you're at the very highest echelon, that's a very good recovery shot.
That's actually a good shot. He's played a good recovery.
Now, Scary, surely you go aim for the bottom rail here. You don't play for the plan.
100%. You want to touch the bottom rail.
Then you just got tap-ins.
You got tap-ins.
And I know all about tap-ins. Just ask Robbo.
There it is.
Excellent
There's the old
shot.
touch. Now he's going to like touch the first yellow and then glance on the second yellow, and he's going to land fat on this red.
Yep, good call.
And he's going to get a kick and then land on the black.
No, you get a kick on the black. That's perfect. I think he's got enough to cue that nicely.
That's nice.
And he will play this for the... Which centre? The left?
Right.
You play the right, I play the left. And he's loaded it up.
Well, that's why you're just a major winner now.
Fair enough.
This is a good out.
And Scary...
It was all because of his first shot. His first shot, he took the risk, come down the table, landed on it, played it well. Oh, that was it. That was it.
Yeah, race to 4, and Tem has
in the
advanced
semi.
himself to the semi so he can get knocked out.
Who's he playing, do you know?
It doesn't matter, he doesn't get past the semis ever.
Really? You know what? This is where no matter who he's playing, if it's his first time, I'd actually like to see Tem make the state team now.
No, I think he's a good chance. He looks like he's hitting a good ball.
Clacky. He's made like 4,000 state teams.
He's made nearly as many as me.
But can't
Actually, he's probably...
Can't win it
He may have
for
made
us.
more than me. I don't know how many he's won. He's made
10.
10. Okay,
He's made 10.
11. He's one behind me.
the one in front of me. Wow.
He did have a long spell from the game, though. So he probably would have made about 18 by now.
Toby, how many are you going to make? As long as you try, that's how many he's going to make.
If I'm
That's
Clacky
great
here,
attitude.
I pot this ball in the middle and I go for the top ball, the one on the top left-hand corner, and then I work my way back down the table. This is how I play this out. And Clacky says, you are a very knowledgeable guy, Solid, because that's exactly what I'm going to do.
The only problem ball here is the bottom left.
See where the white ball is right now? That's exactly where he wants to land off this shot.
Then why wouldn't he play the bottom one first?
Because this ball over the hole, transition to the black, is far trickier.
Then play it now.
And
then play it now.
He says, I'm going to get right down the table and
He
land.
tried to play for the bottom left one there.
But that's fine. He's given himself multiple choice of shot. Excellent shot.
Now he has to land on this ball.
How's
shot?
You would have had to hit that astronomically bad to not have a decent shot.
Anyone that hasn't gone away with Clacky in the state team before is... They don't know what they're missing. Whenever he's out on the table, you just know he's going to do whatever it takes to win that frame. Unbelievable.
This is a 3-2. I think you'll find most people that you go away with are like that.
Maybe.
Whoa, that's decided to have a quick look.
Some people like going for purples, not blacks. I'll be back in a minute.
Clacky on the hill. These race to fours, they just feel too short to me, but so as you can see, other matches in progress. Robbo's still playing against Scotty. And Scotty belted Roy Knob at 4-0 in about 4 minutes. He just went berserk, free-wheeled his way to victory, and I don't think he even missed a ball. Big break there from Clacky, but no joy. And Matty says, oh no, has he pot one? Am I blind, Dan? 2, 3. Yes, I am blind. He's pot a red. And he will take reds too, because yellows are horrible. This is key shot right now coming up, because what he's looking at here is to get an angle on the ball in the middle, just to stun and land on the plant in between the two yellows. He gets that plant, it's pretty smooth sailing from there. How's his angle? It looks thin. I'm a good 10 metres away from the table, I can't tell. But it just doesn't look nice. And it's sort of, you don't want to take the risk of canning into the red in case you clip it thin and then push it dead. Looks like he's going to take a different ball, which I don't blame him for doing. He's missed it. Geez, he just moved a bit on that. I think Matty's going to be forced to put this yellow over the pocket because he's got 3 really horrible yellows on the right-hand side rail. And there it goes, but he hasn't played it perfect, and I think we'll see Clacky probably play the dismount here and just kick them both out, or just pot the yellow if he feels he's in a commanding position and Matty can't pot out. I personally don't pot the yellow here. You just give Matty a chance to kick all these dead balls out, so I think he'll just go for the blast out, move them both. He's gone to double. Great shot. But this red that he's right near still poses a bit of a problem. As Supercoach Michael Scarry rejoins the commentary. Clucky having a look at this inside. I can tell you right now, don't even bother. That is not happening. Robbo's 3-2 up over there.
Strawberries.
Yeah, Robbo is potentially the slowest player in Victoria at the moment. Really should put a clock on this bloke. I don't know how he's going to go in the 2020. I think he's going to foul about 27 times.
Clacky on red or yellow here?
Yeah, he's just taking a bit of time. He's on the reds because he's actually in a bit of a tough spot. I really like him. I like him punching this top, the one at the top in, playing the right-hand side ball off 2 and getting the cannon on the red. But it's a large.
I don't mind him.
It's a high-level skill shot.
I don't mind him moving this red now.
That's exactly what he's actually gone for the pot. Oh, they've actually landed horrible. Matty will actually be wrapped with that.
Anything but that, yeah.
What do you reckon? He played the little billiard shot here?
He could have. He He could have actually just moved his red out, leave the white on the bottom rail, and force Matty to play the yellow at the bottom right. And it would have made the out a lot harder.
Yep. What's Matty up to here? Playing a 3-ball train.
He's going to try and snooker here now.
I don't know if he can hit this full enough to get the white ball through and get it where they play the replacement shot. He's going to have to use the side rail to do it.
He might be able to put the yellow on the left-hand side at the table here.
Oh, no, he could.
Yeah.
He could.
So Clack is in trouble now.
Yeah, and let me ask you, running up to this and just hitting it, it may not be enough because you're going to leave the ball in the middle. Do you smash this?
I'm hitting it hard. I'm hoping for a result here.
That's exactly. Well, he didn't hit it that hard.
Good shot. That's fine. If he clipped the yellow there, he may have pushed the yellow dead. So that was fine.
I'll tell you the important part about that though is he's actually not left him on that ball in the middle for the train. Matty's now going to have to, although they all link up really nicely here, these balls.
Matty might try and actually try hit the one over the rail there, which was a mistake. He should have guaranteed himself to land in the centre of the table rather than try and dismount the one on the right hand side of the rail.
You can basically just roll them all in.
That's right, yeah, because he could have played the one in the left centre and then played the one in the right centre and then dismounted the one on the right hand rail.
The thing is, you don't even need to dismount it. You can land right behind it, drop in. You've got linking ball to the left middle.
Because he tried to knock the one out on the side rail, he's now his out is not linking anymore.
Do you reckon he actually tried to knock it out?
Yes, he did.
He missed the
100%.
cannon by a mile.
100%. Bet my career on it.
Your career. Is there such a thing in pool as a career?
I was talking about my job.
Oh.
Nah, he definitely tried to knock it out.
I'll tell you what, where that yellow is right now is about the pot. If he can put the white ball exactly there, he'll have the perfect angle for the drop in. White ball come off the rail perfectly behind the yellow. Yep, well that's pretty much the same thing. That's nice. So now he'll just want to check the angle here because he'll actually want to overrun this a touch. So that way he can just drop it in and float up for the black same pocket.
Agree.
There's just absolutely no need to complicate things here. You just want to make this as simple as possible. That's missed. Wow, that actually ducked out a touch. He did miss it genuine, but
he missed it wide. He missed it wide.
It did duck out for sure, but he genuinely did miss that.
You normally duck him out when you hit
and that was lazy too. That was lazy.
It was lazy.
He took like 0.5 a second.
You know Jake McCartney here.
And Clacky is renowned for playing these big shots and then clearing.
This is what he does. He smashes this in, comes off the side rail.
He absolutely does. There it goes.
And he did that every single time at Nationals as well. Whenever you see him out there and he's under the pump, he knocks them in as a captain, comes back, high-fives you, you're feeling on top of the world.
Is that what I did wrong when I captained the team?
Pretty much. You couldn't lead by example. You were terrible.
Fair enough.
Nah, in all fairness, you're a good captain.
Oh, I'll tell you what, he's actually got a bit of a result there. He'll cop that. I felt that he really underplayed that. He had to swing right round the angles.
Yeah. Nah, Jamie, in all fairness, you're a good captain.
Thanks, mate.
And you deserve to be captain again, especially now that you won a major.
I don't know if that'll ever happen again, mate. But, Michael Reardon and Shane Feller at 3-all with Shane at the table, looking in a decent position. When I say decent position, he's got a really tough black.
Well, Shane is on the black right now. I'd love to turn the camera around, but...
Oh, this is a tough black.
It is a tough
actually,
black.
the way he's queuing us through, he's got 2. He did have 2.
Oh my God, he did have 2. He played it terrible, but he's still on it.
So Shane Feller will win, and he will go through the semi-finals.
Shane Fell, semi-finals. Well done.
Clacky plays a massive plant, but couldn't control the red.
Shane Fell, state team member.
It's not yet.
I think he's got to play Robbo though.
Well, that's basically guaranteed that he's not going to make, because his wood, Robbo's got the wood on him massive.
Oh man.
Big shot coming up here from Clacky. He's forced to play this back double and has no choice. I tell a lie.
That's not a bad shot.
Plays
That is
very
not
good.
a bad shot.
What a great safety from Clacky there. Can Matty get some purchase on this?
All I'm doing is probably rolling up to the ball out of the pocket.
Tell you what, this is a big total though. Is it a total or not? Clacky's had a look. That's what I'm saying. If you can roll up the ball in the pocket, you might as well pot it.
No. Just roll up to it.
This is the shot. Pot it. Why the red?
If he's going to do that, wouldn't he play it harder?
That's what I'm saying. I'd have given it a bit, but
I actually don't think you put a lot of thought into that.
just a bit casual. He's playing very casually. Like I said, he's not really putting time in the game. He's just playing a pretty casual style.
I think you give him. I think you give too much credit to people.
Me?
Yeah.
Don't know. I like giving people credit at the moment. He's a world champion, mate. Deserves credit. Or do you think this is this Ballarat bias business that people keep crapping on about?
No, Matty's going to be one of the best players in
Play
Victoria.
this long. Play this long, Mick. Automatic position.
No. You play it long. You never play it long.
Play that long
silly.
automatic position.
That
Wow, that has
silly.
rolled. That
is
has rolled.
silly.
Replay that, Dan.
No, you don't need to replay it. That is silly.
Replay it. I'll promise you any amount of money you like that ducked in at the last second for him to miss.
That's fine. That's 100% fine. You know why you don't play it long? Because it ducks in. If you play it in the centre, you land fat on the black and you go game.
But this was
only
guaranteed. Look at this. Watch this,
listen,
folks. Look at
fine.
this duck in, bang, just at the last second. Makes it miss the pot, and he knows
only
it.
plays it that way. If he misses it, he leaves Clacky off the red. That's the wrong attitude.
No, the position is automatic on the black. Look where the white is.
Go the other way, go the other way, you're going to guarantee yourself.
He was cannoning the black going the other way.
No.
And he would have left him even better on the red. What chops? What gear have you suddenly started taking?
Anything. No, definitely went the wrong way.
I think you're off your chops.
I'd like to see a poll on this.
I think you've had one more too many pies. Clacky has said, I'll miss that double. Matty's got to play this fairly thin. Fairly thin.
No, definitely the wrong shot. The thing is, you'll knock it in long ways, the way he did, maybe 6.5, 7 out of 10. You'll knock it in the centre, probably 8.5 out of 10.
Oh, Matty's landed in no man's land.
Are you listening to me?
I am, and I don't agree with you, Mick. That's why I'm just ignoring you. Let's get a poll, folks. If you think Mick's an idiot, just write, yes, Mick's an idiot. If you think I was right, say solid. You're the best, and you're always right.
I can promise you, everyone is going to the centre there. Everyone's going to the centre there.
Just think when you've got automatic position on the black, and he's followed up with a good pot on the black, and he smashes the table with it. You don't see that kind of emotion much from him. I think he showed less emotion when he won the world title.
He did actually.
He kind of jumped up and down like a jack in the box or whatever for a bit, but that was a big punch. I wonder if he's hurt his hand there.
He probably hurt his hand because he went the wrong way.
No. So let's say he goes your way and he misses the pot, Mick, just like he misses the corner.
The thing is, you won't miss the pot going my way.
You can't guarantee that.
No, but you're like an 8.5 out of 10 to miss
play
my way.
A ball in the middle that was
your way.
Half a pocket.
He's 6.5, 7.5 out of 10.
I think you're off your chops.
Well, possibly, but.
And if you do miss the pot, you would guarantee to kill the red. Guaranteed. You will hit the jaw and it will not be on.
You'll knock
Folks,
it in.
Come on, give us your feedback. Mick, you're an idiot. You've won 2 Australian titles and you're making the worst play of all time there.
What's that going to do with anything?
Because you should know better. You're an Australian title holder.
That's right.
And you're debating with a guy that can't win anything.
And I'm about to...
Except for the Anzac Day tournament, sorry.
And I'm debating right now. So Robbo's still playing, 3-all. There's a bunch of yellows and a black on the table.
And it would appear that Robbo's the one on yellows, his favourite.
Think I can swerve? I can swerve a camera?
Tell you what, Clacky had no chance to win this frame from this visit, and one excellent shot.
Swerve that camera there.
I've been.
Well, there you are.
Who said that?
We have a viewer out there that agrees with me, Jamie. So I think I'll take you over.
No, it doesn't count. It's long dang, I think.
Long dang's good.
Oh, can you drop tank? You can't just have a random name like that and not say who you are. You've got to say who you are. So Clucky's still tricky, these balls, but excellent shot there. I don't know whether one of these go to the middle or not, but he did have a look at it prior to playing this shot, so one would assume that one of them does go, although he sort of just gave a bit of a shake of his head there to say, well, not perfect.
Did I get it?
Yeah.
I don't know. So who was the guy that agreed with me?
Well, he doesn't say his name. He's just called drop tank.
Well,
I think you should change it to drop kick.
No. If you let me know who you are, the next 5 drinks is on me.
That's how much you're desperate to be right, is it, Mick?
It's just, I know I'm right, mate.
And Scotty Park has knocked out Mark Robinson. I know he hasn't. It's 3-all.
I know he didn't knock anything out.
Oh, Dan, you just ruined everything there. I thought it was 3-all.
What happened?
So
Did he get a kick?
Reese has just said the top ball of these two goes in the centre. So
Dan, can you, you change the camera, because if I go over there, he might get annoyed.
good position required. Oh, it goes to the corner.
Well,
I'll tell you what, if Carnegie makes this out, this is a class out.
Sorry.
Especially at 3-all for the match. It's a class out, this. And the top one goes as well. So this little can on the black would be nice here. Or you want to kick that pass for the centre.
do you think it's passed? I don't think it is.
I was saying he wanted to kick it maybe.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Maybe it does go.
Is it?
He's having a look. Would have liked, tell you what though, you would love to have kicked it a little harder just to guarantee. But if it goes, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's not sure.
He looks like he's got angle though to stun across for the right centre. So he might be all right.
It's a bit iffy.
He's having a look.
Have a look.
Oh, no, what? See, Steve Lansborough said that. That's who Drop Tank is. No wonder he said that. Steve, now give us your honest opinion.
The black goes. The black goes.
So the black goes. So, Mick, we found out who Drop Tank is. It's Steve Lansborough, so obviously holds no weight.
Oh, Steve is 100% right. This goes about 90% of the pocket.
So this is an excellent finish from Clacky. Excellent pot out. And Matty will probably be a little bit dejected from that, especially after the table punch. How often do you see someone go the full table punch and then they get potted out off the break next frame? Lesson there, don't punch the table. Table is your friend. Don't punch it.
Don't even fist pump when you think you're going to win, Nathan McMahon.
Hey, that's the best thing that could have ever happened to Nathan McMahon. He's in the Australian team now and he's got the best nickname of all time, Fist Pump.
So, Robbo, if he doesn't actually win this match, I'm going to make him wait another 3 hours till this thing's over so I can go home.
Why not?
He's actually going for 3 in a row, so fair effort. 3 Victorian titles in a row.
But does it really count without the best here?
I was here. You were here. That's about it.
Jake wasn't here.
Jake. Jake's gone bald. He's fucked. I mean...
We apologise for the Michael Scary
Sorry.
swearing. But you're right, Jake's head is large and bald now. He is struggling. And I'm pretty sure he may have tuned in too.
Has his wrist and...
He's still on the mend, his old Jake.
Yeah. That's a good shot by Mark. I think that's pretty much one in the frame, one in the match.
We'll try and get you an update on the women's for those that are interested, if there is anyone out there that is.
I think Velo is.
Colby's playing Lyndall Element. That's not unusual to see at this stage of a tournament. Actually, I think they've been a bit stiff to draw each other. That probably, in my eyes, should have been the final. But so Lyndall came second in a group, which is why they've run into each other earlier than the final. So this taking 3 days here to work out how to link 3 balls together that are naturally linking.
It's mainly that it's mainly the middle one here. He'd love to be on the right hand side of it, but he might have to try and land on the left hand side of it, which might leave him a little bit straighter for the black, or a little bit longer than the black.
Given his queuing action, he would be wrapped to be sitting where that yellow is right now. He's about to pot.
Yeah, then he can come off 3 rails and actually land on the black. So
I think he'll just run through and screw back to that spot. Or do you think he's actually got enough? There's enough gap between the yellow.
I don't know from where we are. He's going to try and come around.
Oh wow!
I don't like that.
Well, I don't think it goes long, but he does have a chop in the middle, and he can play for the black in the left centre as well.
Obviously, he's...
Jeez, I'm just looking at the table. That's thin. This chop is thin.
He's gone this way for a reason, so obviously he's got a good reason.
He's not queuing it now. You can tell by the little gay stance that he does.
I know.
Does the gay stance. You should know that.
Scott Parker, what a chance.
No, actually,
good mate of yours, yeah, from Ballarat.
No, he's not from Ballarat, but
No?
a lot of people won't know Scott, but he has been around Paull a long, long time. He just basically stopped playing.
How long has he had his porno mustache?
No, the porno moustache is new as far as I know, but
Oh, yeah.
he sports it well. Yeah, that's right. He did go switch to 9 ball for a while, but very aggressive player. He's very much a freewheeler. That's missed. And Scott with a massive chance. And look, Robbo looks like he wants to stab himself. This is how much it means to Robbo.
It's huge. Like now, Scott with all these reds in the middle of the table here. Does he go out?
He's got that one ball on the right side that's sort of close-ish to the rail, which is the dodgy ball. All the rest of them are very simple. They link up nicely, but that ball near the rail, that's dodgy.
So do you take 2 seconds here and actually try and land on it very quickly?
That's my call here, Mick. He hasn't actually mapped this out.
No.
He's gone pretty much straight to a ball he could pot, and he hasn't mapped this ball. I can pot this ball, but I don't believe the plan is in play. Although
actually, this isn't too bad. If he nails this,
this is the key, isn't it? Oh, he's choked. Oh, he's fluked it. Wow, that's massive. And look at Robbo's face in the background. That is huge.
I was going to say, I don't mind how quick he's gone about this because he got on his dead ball very quickly, but he's fluked it. So
well, that was a rush of blood, though. So
yeah.
I mean, now he's like, okay, now I need to take some time and map this out. Like you're 2 balls too late, but he's got a bit of a lucky rub. He's checked that up nicely as well.
Yeah.
So
It's all about this shot now. This shot, if he lands nice, he's out. If he doesn't...
Now, tell me something, Mick. Do you land with angle to stun across side rail, or do you play for the run through? I like to stun across the side rail.
I try and land perfect on this ball, so either way, you're fine. Just try and land, come down.
Oh, see, he's straight. I don't like that.
I didn't think he had that much angle. He's going to have to punch this in.
This is what I'm saying. I would have much preferred to have landed with angle to stun across the side rail. Oh, he's played it well. He's played it very well. Forced it very nicely.
He's going to... Now he wants to come pretty much 3/4 way out the table here. A lot of people hit this thin.
Oh, he's under hit it.
He's hit it thin. He's hit it like lightly.
I think he'll. Oh, this is thin, isn't it?
Get a kick.
It's hard to tell with the camera angle, but he might be okay. Oh, he's under hit it. No, it's in. And that's an excellent finish from Scotty. And Robbo has just lost his shit on camera, and that probably doesn't look good for anybody involved. And, well, you know what, Dave? You know what, folks? Go and say to the world Scott was lucky. But who missed the ball before that to cost him the match? Go back to the yellow that was missed before that, and don't blame your opponent for fluking a ball. You gave him that chance to fluke that ball. That's the hard line, and I'll tell you what, Robbo goes back and watches that, he'll know you shouldn't have missed that ball. You should have got better position, should have closed the match out when he had the chance. And that's the bottom line.
What time is it?
time for
It's
Robert to
5
wait
o'clock.
3 hours.
It's 5 o'clock. I went out like fucking. I mean, whoops.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Dan's gone. Sorry, that's twice. If I do it again, I'm gone. I went like 7 hours ago. I went for a drive to like a shopping centre, walked around for a little bit and came back. I felt good after that.
I think
That's a fair effort. You know what, Scott Parker, well done. You know, to beat Robbo, it is a big thing. It looks like Paull, Clack, Shane fell.
I would actually like to say I picked him to beat Robbo.
Really?
I did. You ask anybody that was over at that reception area earlier when I found out I drew each other, I said he will cause the upset here.
I didn't even see the match, but I'd like to know what sort of happened there.
McCartney's just tried to call me. McCartney, you're going to have to send me a message. I don't answer phone calls while I'm commentating.
Jake just likes being mentioned, I think.
Mine actually called me an hour ago. Bad luck, Matthew Curwood has joined us in commentary. Big table punch there, mate, to get to 3-all and then no opportunity to finish.
Never do the table punch. I did it once, and you never get a shot afterwards. Me, I did it twice by accident. You know what? Listen, accident.
Twice.
Caroline, she made 100. Yeah, she just wanted to get mentioned because she made 104 the other day.
No, the lineup doesn't. The lineup doesn't count, Caroline.
Yeah, you know what? 104 isn't good, Caroline. To make the state team. This is huge. You know what? I actually like this. We are going to get a new state team member. Who is the other one? Tem and Scott Palmer. Scott Palmer. Scott Parker.
These are my calls, folks.
Shane Fell and Paull Clack.
I'm going to say Temujin Dixon wins 4-2, and I'm going to say that Paull Clack wins 4-1.
I'm going Shane Fell.
You're an idiot.
4-3. No, I like to see two different people make the state team.
Paull Clack will win 4-1, and Temujin will win 4-2. I'm sorry, Scotty, your run has come to an end, although I'm absolutely buzzing about your performance so far. You've played very well and deserve to get where you are.
I'll be back in the stiffy.
But the reason I say that is Tem and Scott play exactly the same style of game. I just think Tem plays it a little better. Just a little. And I'll tell you why I only say a little is because Tem will actually feel the